Hi, this is a video to show you the different types of wallboards offered by omnichannel. First, let me log in into the omnichannel page. I'm giving the company name. I'm giving the username and the password. I'm clicking on login. I'm getting logged in into omnichannel page. This is my omnichannel page. Omnichannel is an industry leader in designing and delivering various types of wallboards that display dynamic data with colorful distinctions. Wallboards are visual tools to monitor the key metrics as and when they happen. Omnichannel wallboards can be easily integrated with any other devices and suit any size of screens. Wallboards help to assess the internal performance with real-time data displayed in a single screen and helps to take instant action. To activate the wallboard, first you have to configure Mr. VoIP. In this video, I'll be showing how to configure Mr. VoIP in the Linux server. For that, first I have to click on settings, and in settings I have to click download documents. You can see here many documents, but you have to go to Mr. VoIP documents. You can see here Mr. VoIP, download Mr. VoIP profile. All the documents will be here. So what I'll be doing is downloading the documents, and according to the OS of your server, you have to download either Linux files or the Windows installer. The files that you have downloaded should be uploaded in the location in this configuration guide, and you have to update the credential details in the config.ini.file. Now I am going to activate Mr. VoIP using the license key purchased along with the product. I will explain to you now. First, you have to open your putty and go to this directory and provide this command. I'm entering the command now. You can see on the screen. Likewise, you should also be doing. And press the enter key. It will ask for company name now. You have to provide your company name. That is what I'm doing here on the screen. And then you have to enter your mail ID like I'm doing on the screen. Now you have to enter your license key. Now you have activated your license and successfully configured Mr. VoIP. Next, I'm going to activate the wallboard. You can see the pop-up over there, and here you have to provide the Mr. VoIP license key and then click on submit. Wallboard activated. That is the notification which indicates that you have successfully activated your wallboard, and you can see there the data of 3CX being displayed in the wallboard. This is how your wallboard will look when you integrate your 3CX with omnichannel. Here you can see the logo. It can be customized to show your company's logo. And this is the entire wallboard. This will be about the queue management. This is about the agent details. This is about the queue details. This will show you while a call comes, whatever action is taking place. I will explain one by one now. This add queue is where you can list out all the queues that you have stored in your 3CX. These are the queues and about which only the information regarding the calls will be displayed in the wallboard. If you want to add more queues, you can add, and again when you add, the information about those queues also will be displayed. This is your reset icon. This icon will help you to reset back all the queues. Now all the values are displayed as 0 because this is a fresh wallboard. No interaction has taken place. Supposing the agent starts to interact with the customer, then you will see the total number of calls waiting and the total number of calls that has been answered, and this will be the total count of agents who are busy attending the call and interacting with the customer. This is the total number of calls that has landed into your organization. This is the talk time of all the calls. This is the abandoned calls total number, which means the calls that went as unanswered. And this is the average waiting time of the calls. Average waiting time in the sense the call waiting time in the queue before the agent has attended the call. And this is the average handling time, the time that the agent has spent on handling the customer. And this is the percentage of abandoned calls. You will get the value in percentage also. It will be very useful when you make analysis. And this is the total percentage of answered calls. Again, it will be useful for making analysis and creating new strategies regarding the improvement of the process. And this will be the total number of available agents in the sense agents who are ready to take up the call in a queue. And this is the information about the queue calls. When a call lands in your organization, it will display the name of the queue to which the call has come, the number of the queue, and the agent's extension number to whom the call has come in specifically. And this call type means whether the call is in waiting or it has been answered or it has been abandoned, like that. And this action button will enable when a call comes in, and there will be one button for you to make a call transfer. Supposing if the call has been attended, then again there will be four icons. Four icons can be used for transferring the calls, or for listening the call, or to barge in the call, or to whisper to the agent without the client's knowledge. All this will be explained in a separate video showing you lively. So I'm going back to this agent details column. This will show you the name of the agent who is available now in the queues actively and the number of the agents, and this status is the availability status. The agent will be present in the office but may not be available in the queue to take the calls. At that time, the reasons can be given out in the reason column and the status will be shown here. If he is available, then he is available to take the calls. If he is not available, he may be away or in a DND status, that is do not disturb status, or in a meeting status, or for lunch breaks, etc. So that is the reason, and this is the status of availability. This is the time The time is whenever he is not available in the queue. Whenever he is away, that time will be displayed here. For example, I am the agent and I am away at 11 o'clock. So the time will be displayed here as 11 o'clock. Supposing I have attended a meeting till 12 o'clock and I'm coming back and I'm changing the status to be available, then the time will change as 12 o'clock. So this is the time that will show for how long the agent has been away from the available status. This is the total number of answered calls by each agent. Supposing if this agent has attended a total of 100 calls, it will display as 100 calls. Then this is the number of calls that he has missed, and this is the total number of inbound calls, and this is the average talking time of the agent. And here this is the queue details. Here you can see the name of the queue, the number of the queue, the number of calls that has been answered in each queue. It will change according to the queues and the number of calls that has been answered. Likewise, the number of missed calls. For each and every queue it will be displayed. Then the percentage of the answered calls, the average talking time of the calls, and this is the total number of calls that is in waiting. This is the average waiting time of the calls, and this will show you the total number of agents available. To show the difference, we have created like this. This means that 2 agents are available in the queue number 830. This is just an example, and this will be the number of agents who are busy in each and every queue. So this is how your wallboard will look like, and you can see all the information about your queues, about your agents, about the call status, all in a colorful, distinctive, clear display. Next, I'm going to show you what happens when an inbound call lands in, and how the manager can see the status of the call, the status of the queue, the agent, whether the call goes answered or unanswered as abandoned call, and all the other details. First, I'm going to make a call as a customer. I'm making a call. The customer is calling now. There is an inbound call. So the call waiting now shows as 1 because no agent has attended the call. The call is in waiting. And you can see that the call has come to the queue name test queue. The queue number is 240. It has come to the agent 106, and the call type is still waiting call because no agent has attended it. There is an action button. If the manager wants, he can click this button and transfer the call to some other agent. And if you get back here to queue details, you can see in queue number 240 there is a call waiting. It shows 1, and there is an available agent 1, but still the agent has not attended the call. So these are the details which you will see when a call lands in. Now the customer is hanging up the call because no agent has attended it. I'm cutting the call now. The call has ended. Now you can see the changes. Number of calls waiting is 0 because the one call that came is now cut. The number of answered calls is 0 because the call that came was not answered. Number of agents is busy is 0. Total number of call that landed in was 1. There is talk time as 0 because no agent spoke. Number of abandoned call is 1 because no one answered the call. The average call waiting time was 1 minute 15 seconds. The call was in the queue without being attended for 1 minute 15 seconds. And the average handling time, because nobody handled it, is 0. The percentage of abandoned call is 100 because one call came and that call went as abandoned. The percentage of answered calls is 0 because no call was answered. And you can see here in the agent details, the agent 106, he has missed the call. You can see missed call is showing as 1, and in queue details the queue number is 240. There is one missed call, and you can see the average waiting time as 1 minute 15 seconds, which means that the call waiting time shown in the queue details and here above in this tab is the same, 1 minute 15 seconds. So this is what happens when a call comes in and nobody attends, and the manager can quickly view all these details. Next, I'm going to show you what happens when an agent attends the call that lands in. I have reset the value to 0 to show you the difference, and I'm using two browsers. One is for the manager that displays the wallboard. Next is the agent to show you how he attends the call, and then I will switch over to manager's browser that shows the wallboard and the changes that is happening in the wallboard. First, let me make a call. Now the customer is making a call. You can see the changes in the call waiting. It shows as 1, and the call has landed the queue, test queue, and the queue number is 240. The agent who is supposed to attend is 106. Still he has not attended, so the call type is in waiting call. The manager still has the option to transfer the call. Now I'm going to show you the status of the agent. 106 is still available, and now I'm going to make him attend the call. The agent has attended the call. I'm switching back to the wallboard. You can see 106 agent number. The status is now busy and he has answered one call. And the incoming call is 1. This detail missed call 1 is already the call that he has left in the abandoned call. And you can see when the call comes in the queue calls, the manager is left with 4 options. He can either click this button and transfer the call, or he can just barge into the conversation that is happening between the customer and the agent, or he can simply whisper some points which will be helpful for the sales or promotion only to the agent, and the client will not be able to hear that, or he can simply listen the interaction that is happening between the agent and the customer. And you can see in the queue details the queue number 240. I'll take 240 now. The answered call is 1, and you can see the available agent for the queue number 240 is 0 now, available agent, because the agent who was available has attended the call. And you can see the busy agent is 1 because the agent has attended the call. And you can see here the agent busy is 1, and the available agent, before it was 4, now because one agent has attended the call, the agent available is showing as 3. Now I am ending the call, I am cutting the call. You can see the changes here. The call waiting has become 0. Total number of call answered is 1, and the total number of call that came now is 1. The talk time is 2 minutes 15 seconds. The call did not go as abandoned, so it is showing as 0. And this is the average waiting time, that is the time that the agent took before attending the call time from the call that landed in till the agent picked up the call. And this handling time, the agent has interacted for 2 minutes 15 seconds, and the number of answered call is 100 percentage, because this is the percentage of answered calls. And you can see here the changes in the queue for 240 is now answered call is 1, and you can see after the call being cut, the available agent becomes 1 and the busy agent becomes 0. And here in agent status, again the agent is in the available status and he has answered 1 call. So this is how the manager will be able to have a quick view when an agent attends the call. Next, I'm going to show you Advanced Wallboard 5. Let me first get it on my screen now. I've got it. I'm clicking on Advanced Wallboard 5. We have other wallboards also. I'm going to Advanced Wallboard 2 here. You can see this is the Advanced Wallboard 2. This is the queue, each and every individual queue. Whatever queue is being selected here will be displayed here. If you want, you can select more queues. I have selected one queue, dialer queue. I am clicking on update. You can see here that has been listed out here. Now whatever data flows in will be displayed here. For example, the number of answered calls, the total number of calls that went unanswered, and the total number of calls that are in waiting, and the longest wait time, the maximum time that a call has waited in the queue will be displayed here. You can always reset the values of the queues to 0 by clicking the reset icon. I'm going to Advanced Wallboard 3 now. You can again select the queues over here. I'm selecting a queue, test queue. I'm clicking on update. It will get selected. If you do not want, again you can unselect it, and whatever happens to that queue will be represented here. For example, if you see call offer, it will show you the total number of calls that has landed in each queue. And this call queue, you will see the name of the queue over here and the number of calls that are in waiting in this column. And this is call abandoned, the total number of calls that went unanswered. And this is the agent logged in status. It will show you the total number of agents who are logged in into the queue ready to take the calls. And this is active agents, the total number of agents who are actually interacting with the customer. They are talking lively with the customer. Now idle agents are the agents who are available readily to attend the calls. And this will show you the total number of wrap-up agents. Wrap-up agents in the sense agents who are doing the wrap-up work. And not ready agents, again it will show the number of agents who are in the away status. They may be gone for breaks like lunch breaks, coffee breaks, or on a business trip, or they have put themselves in the DND status. All that will be, the total number will be displayed here. Again I will show you the Advanced Wallboard 4. And this Advanced Wallboard 4, again it will show you the name of the queue, the total number of the inbound calls that has come to the queue, the total number of answered calls, the total number of calls that went unanswered, and this is the total number of calls in queue, in the sense they are waiting in the queue to be picked up by the agent. And this is the total number of idle agents who are ready to attend the call. And these are the number of the total number of busy agents in the sense who are now talking with the client. And this is the total number of logged in agents, the total number of agents who have logged in a queue. And this is the total number of not ready agents, again the agents who are in the away status, the total number will be shown here. These queues are the queues that you select here. If you want, you can again select a queue. I'm selecting a queue to show you. I'm giving update. You can see here the queue that I have selected has been listed out here. If you do not want, again you can uncheck it again, give the update. It will not appear in the list. What you see here again is a dynamic representation of the details of the queue that you select over here. Whatever queues that you select here, the data of that particular queue will be represented graphically here. You have 3 queues over here, so it will show 3 queues. If I select one more, I'm selecting one more, I'm clicking on update. You can see the 4th queue has been added over here. So the graphical representation will be displayed here for every 15 minutes. The first point shows 8:30. It can be customized. Next point shows 8:45. The next point shows 9 o'clock. Next shows 9:15. This means that for every 15 minutes the graph will be changing according to the queue status. You can always reset to 0 by clicking on that icon. This is a gauge meter. Again, for the queues that you are selecting here, the gauge meter will show the data. It will be in 0. Now, if a call keep coming to the queue and it is still in the waiting status, the gauge meter will be moving forward. Supposing there are 10 calls in waiting, the meter will move to 10. And as the agents attend the call, the meter will fall back. So a manager can have a quick access of the meter. It will show how many calls are in waiting and how many calls have been attended. The ratio will be displayed very clearly for the manager to make an analysis of what is exactly happening in the queue. Again, you can add and you can see the representation for that queue. If you do not want, you can just uncheck it and then it will not appear in the list. All these wallboards are customized according to the requirements of our clients, and we have more and more representations according to the need of our clients. So this is the advanced wallboard 5. You can see here add queue. Whatever queues have been added here, those data will be displayed over in the wallboard, and you can always reset the values to 0. You can see this wallboard will display the queue management details, and you can have a quick view of the queue details. Here you can see it will show the total number of calls that are waiting in the queue. And here the agent available means the agents who are logged in and available to take the calls that land in. Agent on call means this will indicate the total number of agents who are actually speaking to the customer. And this is the average waiting time, the waiting time of the calls in the queue. The average data will be displayed here. And this is the overall SLA. This will show you the time set for each queue within which the agents should have picked the call. That is the SLA, and it will show here, and the total number of calls that are landing in. This will show you the total number of calls that were answered by your agents, and this is the total number of calls that went abandoned unanswered, and this is the average talk time. The data will be displayed here, and this will show you the percentage of the total number of abandoned calls, the calls that went unanswered, and this will show you the total number of agents who are to be made busy. Total agent make busy means the total number of agents who are supposed to be made busy, that is, they are logged in the queue but are not speaking to the customer now. Maybe they are involved in other non-voice work. And this will show you the percentage of the total number of answered calls, and this will show you the longest waiting time of the calls in the queue. Now here you can see on call. On call means the total number of agents who are actually speaking to the customer in the call, and this will show you the number of agents who are available to take the calls, and this again is make busy, the total number of agents who are to be made busy. They may be even trying to reach the customer but are not exactly now speaking to the customer. This will show you the total number of outgoing calls, and this will show you the total number of agents who have logged out of the queue. And here you can see the agent details. The agent's name will be given over here. The state, that is the status of the agent. If they are available, then it will show as available. The color will be in green. If they are logged out of the queue, if they are away, and the color will be in red, and it will show the reason also. This is the status time, in the sense if he is available, then from what time onwards he was available, and then if he was away, for example for lunch or coffee breaks or for meeting, or if he has gone out of office, then from that on the time will be displayed over here. When he changes the status, again the time will display over here. And this you can see answered, the total number of calls that this agent has answered, missed, the total number of calls that this agent has missed, and this is the average talk time of this agent, and then the total outbound calls that this agent had made, and this is the average percentage of the outbound calls made. You can see here, you can have a quick view of the queues. All the queues will be listed over here. Whatever queues that have been checked over here will be listed over here. So this is the name of the queues, and you can see here call waiting. The number of calls waiting in each queue will be displayed over here, and the longest waiting time, in the sense the longest waiting time of a call which was waiting in this particular queue. And this is total call, the number of calls that has landed, and this is answered, again the number of calls that has been answered in this queue, and abandoned, the number of calls that went unanswered as abandoned, and this will show you the percentage of the SLA in each queue. So Advanced Wallboard 5 exhibits all such data. If you want, we can customize it according to your requirements. Next, I'm going to Outbound Wallboard. I'm clicking on Outbound Wallboard. This is the Outbound Wallboard. You can see here. Again, you can add agents over here. That is the option. You can just add the agents and click on update. The agents will get added over here. You can always reset the values also. You can see this. The call offer is the total number of calls that has landed in. Call answered is the total number of calls that has been answered by the agents. Call abandoned again is the total number of calls that went unanswered. And this agent logged in status shows you the number of agents who are logged in. If it shows us 5, it means that 5 agents are now logged in. And then active agents, the agents who are now speaking to the clients. And idle agents here shows the agents who are ready to take the calls. And the wrap up agents, the total number of agents who are doing the wrap up work. And not ready agents are the agents who are not available to take the calls. Next, I will show you the dashboard. I'm clicking on the dashboard. This is the dashboard. Dashboards come as free along with our wall boards, and it helps to have a quick view of the overall activities of the organization, to make analysis and to optimize the business process. And the dashboards display all the features that you have the permission for, the modules that you have purchased with us. And if you click on any specific module, it will take you directly to that page. For example, I clicked on the SMS. It has taken me to the SMS page directly. I can just carry over the work over here. I can send single SMS. I can send bulk SMS, like that. For each feature, if you just click on the icon, it will carry you to that particular page. You can see here, you will get to know the total number of chats, the total number of SMS messages, the total number of calls, the total number of support tickets posted, the total number of WhatsApp messages that have reached here, the total number of Facebook messages, and the total number of Telegram messages, the total number of Line messages, the total number of internal chats, the chatbot. And for calls, you will get the complete information about the calls, the to number to which the call was made, the time, the date, and the from number from which the call was made. Here you can see the queue details. So this is the dashboard which helps you to have a quick view about all the activities that are going on. We also offer a standard wall board. You can see that this is the standard edition that we offer. It will just display the total number of WhatsApp messages over here, and the total number of chats that has reached, and the total number of SMS, and the total number of email tickets posted, and the total number of calls that are waiting in the queue, the total number of calls that have been answered by the agents, the total number of calls that went unanswered, and the total number of calls that has landed so far in the queues. So all such data will be displayed in this standard edition. So I have shown you a standard edition, advanced wallboard 1, advanced wallboard 2, advanced wallboard 3, advanced wallboard 4, advanced wallboard 5, and an outbound wallboard. Apart from all this, if you have any specific requirements, we will furnish you that also. So you can just contact our sales team or development team to talk about your requirements, and we will customize such wallboards for you within the budget. Thanks for watching the video.